and gentlemen, welcome to the 323. I am your host, Reid Murphy. Oh, it's good to be back. I don't know if these guys can hear the groove of that music, but that's fine because they feel it in their soul. They feel everything. That actually nothing can really be felt over the overpowering love and joy that is football. Because it's back. The NFL season is upon us, and we are not only launching into season 5 of the 323, but it is the NFL season. It's upon us. It's like you know, whatever holiday is appropriate to say around this time anymore. So
this is the holiday.
This is the holiday. Honestly, it is. I mean, when, you know, Roger Goodell says they're not competing with other sports leagues anymore, they're competing with Amazon and Apple and Google. Yeah, we're gearing into that Super Bowl as a national holiday territory. We're gonna get there. Well. We might. So we got plenty to get into tonight with you folks. Thank you for being here, as you always are. If you're on the 323 Network YouTube page, thank you. Hit subscribe while you're there. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, whatever it is, thank you as always, and subscribe while you're there. And don't forget to go and look for these beautiful faces and thank them for everything that they do. We have Zuhair Ali back again. Hi, Zoo.
Hi. Long time no see.
And our West Coast affiliate, the Big Chief Burrito, Luis Martinez.
How you doing? Right back at you, shooter.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang. How excited are you guys? I'm not even going to say excited for the NFL season. Forget the NFL. Forget the football. We know why we're here. How excited are you for this wedding of the year? The wedding of the century between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. That's been the big news digesting today. How are you feeling?
It's a love story, man. It's a love story. Why can't just two people fall in love? Why can't your English teacher and your PE teacher fall in love and we can all just be happy about it?
I agree.
Right there.
It will be a wedding of two human individuals.
Wild annoying, because all I wanted was more Terry McLaurin news. I just wanted to keep feeling the Terry McLaurin goodness and the bullshittery of the Bengals and Trey Hendrickson. And I don't get alerts for those extensions, things that have been huge NFL news stories for a while.
Oh, really? I've been getting those up the wazoo.
I mean, I got like one yesterday. Do you know how many alerts on my phone I got about that engagement? I got 4 different alerts just popping up from my AP News,
really?
From ESPN, from Twitter, I think from the fantasy app for some reason. I don't know how that's going to affect Travis Kelce's fantasy status, but yeah, kind of ridiculous. And
I think I got like 3 alerts, but it's like all over my stories.
Yeah.
But I also like sent it to some people just to get ahead of it.
It's good to just kind of, you know, get it. We're getting it out now before, you know, the inevitable Taylor Swift superfan joins the show later. You'll hear his voice. You'll know who that is.
Do I save my comment for when he comes, or do I just get it out now?
Just trigger him, I guess, when he gets there, when he comes in. Just find the right way. You see him getting a little sleepy or something, you know, kids are exhausting them. Just trigger him with that. It'll wake him up. Look, that's been the big news for just like this week. But before we dive into our annual division by division analysis and picks and getting all that ready, getting everything set for you, real quickly, what has been, something interesting to you guys during this offseason? Has there been any interesting storyline, any interesting just off the field stuff, anything from the NFL that has, kind of kept you interested and intrigued before even the preseason?
The Bengals' money spending was interesting. To sign both of those wide receivers for as much as they did, but invest like nothing into their defense was kind of wild. Like, sure, Trey Hendrickson got like his pay raise, but that doesn't extend him. And okay, they used a first-round pick on a edge rusher. Maybe that'll pan out. Maybe it won't. You're not really going to get your value back for Trey after this, because I don't think he wants to stick around after the way that he was treated on this. unless they use a franchise tag on him, then it's just, but then just that poor guy. But yeah, just their priorities on how they've been going about, like, all the jokes are that the Bengals have to score like 50, 60 points per game, and that organization hasn't done anything to prove that necessity otherwise.
It's not often that you get the number one pick consensus in the draft and also the number one most horrible offseason moves that being cheap and allocating their money in weird places. It's a good congruence there for the Bengals.
They're a wild. The Bengals are just a consistently wild team, and for whatever reason now, like, I finally got into that Netflix show Quarterback, and so I became very invested in the Joe Burrow experience, and I'm very invested in everything with the Bengals, and I'm watching that and just kind of in awe that the Bengals organization and Mike Brown, who I'm glad we're on this. Mike Brown, I think, kind of escapes the Jerry Jones allegations and all the Jerry Jones drama that Jerry gets, and Jerry loves it. All right, so that's why he doesn't want Mike Brown to have it. He wants to be that owner GM that everybody either hates or loves at a given time. We're seeing that with the Cowboys documentary, which I don't know if you guys are watching that on Netflix as well, about the 90s Cowboys dynasty. I'm personally loving it because they look so awesome, and it's such great memories, and it's like such a badass thing, and it just reminds all the haters, oh, this team sucks ass now. This is nothing close. Nothing close. I don't know why Jerry wanted to do this right now. But
I don't know who dropped off more, the 90s Cowboys or who dropped off more since the 90s, the Cowboys or the Chicago Bulls? Because both have been poverty franchises for the last 25 years.
It's got to be the Bulls, right? It has to be the Bulls. Like, they haven't
growing up watching Michael Jordan and then fucking.
And I mean, at least the Cowboys, we can trick ourselves into thinking like they could be a Super Bowl contending team every few years. Like there's talent on that team. What are the Bulls? Like, I don't think anything of the Bulls except for Derrick Rose and his knee.
Yeah.
And a really nice pair of shoes that I had.
A lot of Zach LaVine.
Yeah. Booing the widow of the owner. Like, yeah, that's all that happens in Chicago.
The Dwayne Wade reunion.
But on the Bengals, I really do think that Mike Brown escapes a lot of shit because Jerry at least will spend. Jerry will do things for this team. The fact that they had to pretty much get a fight from Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase to get T. Higgins paid and to keep, the thing that's actually driving that team to some wins on that offense and that passing game going, like, they have to fight for that. Trey Hendrickson has to go through all this drama to get down to Florida to even get paid. And still, they just give him a 1-year extension and just pretty much just kick the can down the road and are saying, like, hey, man, either be Defensive Player of the Year or, like, this is a 1-year deal. But they need it. Their defense is so god-awful that they need a Trey Hendrickson. They need, what's-his-face, Shamar Stewart, the rookie, who they could not even get to agree on a contract. And that's like the easiest thing you can do as a rookie contract.
Slide it in.
Just give him what everybody else is getting. He's a second-round player, too. Like,
look, this player is not aware that the Bengals don't give you any more money because, like Chad Ochocinco said, you can sleep at the stadium. They have a couch and a fridge and a room for you to sleep at Bengal Stadium. That's where Chad Ochocinco stayed his first couple of years in the league. So they don't need to pay you more so you can get a house. You can just stay at the stadium and be at work already.
They are, I think, the cheapest organization in the league. And there's a whole story already that Boomer Esiason was sharing on his radio show, Boomer and Gio, where they are having some type of alumni night with the Bengals. They're having like a homecoming game and they're doing a Ring of Honor thing. And they sent out the invites and Boomer read off the invite that you got to get your own plane ticket, you got to get your own hotel, and we're going to give you tickets, but it's not in like a suite. You're going to be like out there with the fans and stuff. And that's insane.
Damn, Snyder never even stooped that low.
No. Jeez,
I think
man,
you guys got off the hook with Snyder going, but I think right now it's Woody, Mike Brown, and Jerry, the top 3 worst owners in football, I would say. Jets, Cowboys, and Bengals. And Boomer played for 2 of those teams.
Go Boomer. Hey, speaking of the Bengals.
Okay, Boomer.
Speaking of the Bengals, we are going to launch into our division by division picks here. So for the folks that have, not been here every year, we will go through the whole AFC, through the whole NFC. We're going to pick the winners of each division. At the end, at the end of each conference, we'll have our wild card picks from that division too, or from those conferences, and we will eventually get to our Super Bowl picks and all. But talking about the Bengals, I think we're going to start in the AFC, and we're going to start in the AFC North. So, 2024 season, the Baltimore Ravens, they won the AFC North at 12-5. Pittsburgh finished 10-7 and made it to the playoffs. The Cincinnati Bengals finished 9-8 by a miracle throughout how that year was going. They missed the playoffs, and the Cleveland Browns were back to their glory at 3-14, but are still returning. Majority of their core coaches are all staying in this division. GMs are all staying in this division. So I'm curious from you guys, and I'll kick it off here, of who we think is going to win it this year and if there's going to be any changes. And honestly, Cleveland can only go up from that 3-14, and it's not only just a 3-14, but it was a Deshaun Watson led. So. It was a Deshaun Watson led 3-14 at the start of the year. He is out supposedly for the whole season. I don't think we'll ever see him starting for the Browns again. The owner even made it kind of clear that was a mistake, that they know it now, and they're kind of done with it. They have since had a 5-quarterback battle on that team throughout the preseason and training camp, led by Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, obviously Shedeur Sanders, who we brought up a bunch, another rookie, Dylan Gabriel, and then Tyler Snoop Huntley, the Pro Bowler, easily the most talented player on that team, and he was cut, and Kenny Pickett was traded. Flacco will be the starter. I think that
Gabriel's the official number 2.
Gabriel is the official number 2. So I think that they will improve. I think that Flacco can at least lead that team to like 6 wins. And I have a feeling we will see both Gabriel and Shedeur throughout the season too. And I think the team's going to be a little bit of a mess, but I don't think they're making the playoffs. I'll spoil it now. I got 2 wildcard teams coming from this division. Oddly enough, I have the Bengals. I think that offense is going to be fire straight on from the start. I think that Trey Hendrickson will play motivated and get that defense going, just enough to get them some wins. And same with Pittsburgh. I love the Steelers' defense. I love that Tomlin can't physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, in any way have a losing season in professional football. No matter who the quarterback is, no matter what's going on, they had a win. I like Aaron Rodgers leading that team as a perfect kind of game manager on the, level of a Russell Wilson from last year, but with more of a mastery for the game and a better awareness, and another year off of that Achilles, even though he's 41 now. I still think it'll be enough for them, but I don't think there's a better team. I don't think there's a better team in the AFC close to the NFL as a whole than the Baltimore Ravens on paper and what they have. And I like that team has gelled for a year. I like that they, have managed to retain just about everybody and bring in some great additions like Jair Alexander from Green Bay, some great draft picks in Malachi Starks and Mike Green. Baltimore's going to be the cream of the crop. They're going to win the AFC North. I don't know how you all feel.
Yeah, definitely feel the exact same. It's just nobody is stable enough as much as the Ravens team, organization, coaching staff is right now. And they're definitely going to be taking to the lead. But I have the Steelers being the wild card out of that division. I had the Bengals at first, but then as I made my case at the beginning of it, I was like, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot somehow and kick themselves out in the weirdest of ways. But I feel like this is going to be like Aaron Rodgers' swan song type of thing, where it's like they do have a winning record and they make a wild card round and maybe win a game and then just have some kind of weird Drew Brees type loss that just makes them go like, all right, I'm finally done with this. And I'm hoping that's also when Tomlin just decides to leave the Steelers and go coach somewhere else and get a change of view so that organization can kind of reset. So, yeah, I agree that the Ravens are going to win that division with the Steelers right behind with the wild card.
And then you got the Bengals and Browns after that?
Yeah. I have Browns being last.
Where are you at with it, Luis?
So, sometimes, what's the quote here? An immovable force goes up against
movable object,
an object of some sort, a hard place, and we're going to have Mike Tomlin's record of not going less than having losing seasons go up again. One washed Aaron Rodgers, and this is going to test Mike Tomlin's strength because somehow the Pittsburgh Steelers fell for the Aaron Rodgers trap. And as somebody who fell for the Aaron Rodgers trap for 2 fucking years in a row, I can tell you, he seduces you in, he makes you feel all giddy inside, and then he fucking lets you down. Right? So if you're banging on a 40-something-year-old Aaron Rodgers who doesn't like to go to minicamp, who likes to go on fucking, shitty podcast, and who, is on ivermectin or whatever the fuck he's on. I was into it. You saw me. I was happy. It was the happiest day as a fucking Jets fan. And look at me now. So, Steelers are coming in dead last in the AFC North. And the only team that's making the playoffs out of that division are the Baltimore Ravens. The Bengals will score points but lose. The Browns will come in second and not suck as bad as people think. Joe Flacco and Shedeur Sanders will get the Browns to probably about 8-9, 7-10, something like that.
I think they're going to end up with their third string quarterback playing at some point.
Absolutely. I think the Browns are going to be the second team in that revision. I think the Bengals and Steelers are going backwards. Steelers dead last, Bengals in second to last. No playoffs for you, Jamar Chase. And the Ravens are the far reaching best in that division.
I might finally be right from like 5 years ago when I said Zach Taylor was going to get fired as the Bengals head coach, and then he took him to the Super Bowl. I've never been more mad, and I'm holding on to it. It's finally coming. I was just way ahead of my time. Super ahead of my time.
On the positive side, I don't think they'll accidentally almost kill a guy this year, so we'll go from there.
Congrats. Yeah, that's been a whole thing on Hard Knocks. Yeah. I've been watching Hard Knocks too. I've been just ingesting all the NFL TV content, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, everything. And then Hard Knocks is just all about, it's kind of boring. It's something about DeMar Hamlin every episode. Like, I get it, man. I get it. You died, but you weren't better than Joe Flacco. You didn't get the comeback player of the year for it. So, be like Deion Dawkins, drift with your kids in the sidecar. And it's cute and quirky.
Michael Jackson hanging blanket out the fucking window. Boom.
AFC South. I think this one probably should be easy, but we'll see. Last year, the Houston Texans, they won the division, finished 10-7, made it to the playoffs. No other team in the division made the playoffs. Colts finished 8-9. The Jacksonville Jaguars finished 4-13, and the Tennessee Titans finished a league worst 3-14. This year, I'll keep it pretty easy. I have the Houston Texans repeating again and winning this division. I don't think it's necessarily going to be hard for them. I don't really like the Texans that much. It's one of those AFC South years, man. Like, it's like Texans have a terrible O-line, but just probably definitely the most talented quarterback in that division, and some great offensive weapons. But we're already getting the Joe Mixon experience at running back for them. He's going to be out for a few weeks, so you're going to be getting some mix of Nick Chubb and a bunch of rookie running backs. going through there. There's no Tank Dell in the receiving core for them. And then, I would like to say the Colts, but it's, I give them a better chance with Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. Daniel Jones will be their starting quarterback. You can always say he's a playoff quarterback because he took the Giants that one year, but still, man, it's not instilling a lot of confidence with that team. They're so quiet. The Jaguars, it's you know what they are every year, and they got this guy running their team.
Duval
is not a great start for them. It wasn't a great start for them, but hopefully we'll improve that offense. I still think Trevor Lawrence can be their franchise guy. Hopefully Liam Cohen will get something generated out of him, and we'll get some excitement and fun with Travis Hunter, saying that as a Travis Hunter fantasy owner. And then the Titans, I'm kind of on the Luis, how he felt about the Browns feeling. I don't think the Titans are going to be as bad as people think. I think that they are quietly progressing. Cam Ward, the most quiet first overall pick quarterback probably in years. Nobody's been talking about him. I'm sorry, Cameron Ward is what he's preferring to be called. So I think he's going to help them out a lot. I think he's probably going to get one of the best seasons from Calvin Ridley in a while. So I like the Titans to, at least make a little bit of noise, but nobody's going to be touching the Houston Texans in this division.
Yeah, agreed with the Texans holding the lead. The Titans kind of remind me of what the Panthers were last year, which is ironic because they both have a Buccaneers offensive coordinator as a head coach. But I think it is going to be the time to let their starting quarterback just kind of figure out who he is, how he adjusts to the NFL, start to get his feet wet. And then there is going to be some splashy moments and just kind of things to build off to find out what weapons they need to bring in, how the defense is operating. So this really is going to be an experimental year for them, but I think it's just going to look better than people are giving credit for. The Colts, I feel like the Anthony Richardson experiment has been taking away from what Steichen is actually capable of doing.
Yeah.
And having somebody like Daniel Jones who can at least just kind of do what he's told, if not be super splashy all the time, is going to work well both for that head coach and for the quarterback. The Jaguars is just I just never know what to think of them. Then I don't really know what they've done to actually help their situation. Cool, you have De'Ami Brown and Travis Hunter.
I forgot they got De'Ami Brown.
Yeah. So I don't know what to expect of the Jaguars. I feel like they're just going to be losing a lot of close games. So I'm going to have Texans taking the division. The Colts being second, Titans kind of fighting to be there, and then the Jaguars being dead last, but the Texans will be the only one from that division actually seeing the playoffs.
All right, guys, I'm either going to be fucking brilliant at the end of this year or fucking roasted for my take. I am writing them down because I do think we need to revisit these.
Oh, I got them going too. Yeah, because it's going to be fun now.
All right, cool. But last year, Jaguars were 4-13. Fucking debacle on all levels, right? What was the record 2023? 9-8. What was the record in 2022? 9-8. So there was some positive Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, Tank Bigsby situation. There's some talent there. You had the number 2 player in the draft, two-way star. We talk about the Cowboys. I seen what Dion could do to a team when they're playing on both sides of the ball. New coach, addition by subtraction by getting rid of Doug Peterson, right? Jaguars are going to take this division.
Whoa.
Jaguars are taking the division.
Whoa.
Back to the playoffs. They're going to rebound horde. And I have a feeling they're going to be one of the surprise teams this year. Texans still make the playoffs as a wild card. I was going to give the Colts a little credit because maybe Taylor, running back comeback, maybe, I don't know. They got their tight end, their rookie tight end, supposed to be really good. That shit. But then I remember Daniel Jones is going to start for them. So we're going to put the Colts at the end, Titans in third place, Jags to take the division, Texans getting a wild card spot second.
Okay. I like it. I like the risk. Yeah, I really think Anthony Richardson is like one of the most hustle backwards cases we've ever seen in the league, of somebody who, like, I don't think he would be in this position. I don't think he would have lost this team. I don't think he would have lost the confidence if, last season when he took himself out for a few plays because he was tired. If you had just lied, man, like, you could have told your coaches the truth, but don't go to the press conference and say, yeah, I was tired, I had to come out for a couple plays. No, man. Like,
you'd be like, yo, I had to get my knee checked. I had to get my leg assessed. I was concerned about something.
I felt something. What? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I had a little tweak. Nah, man, I was tired. I was a little sleepy. Stayed up a little too late last night. I had to get out of there for a minute. It's all right. No, yeah, he would have been. He could have still had a chance. But yeah, I don't blame them for wanting to get. I don't necessarily think he'll still be on the roster by the end of the season.
Fucking 2.0 over here.
Mm-hmm. And man, Scott was right. But we don't have to tell him right now because we've already moved past it. We're getting into the AFC East.
He is shitting his brains out right now.
AFC East. Last year, Buffalo Bills, America's team, Haley Steinfeld's team. They finished 13-4 and just narrowly missed out on a Super Bowl appearance, falling to that Chiefs curse again. Miami Dolphins, New York Jets, New England Patriots, none of them made the playoffs last season. Dolphins finished 8-9, Jets finished 5-12, and the Patriots finished 4-13. Another quick one for me this season. I think the records will be improved generally, but I don't see anybody coming out of this division for the playoffs outside of the Buffalo Bills, who will win the division. Shockingly, I have the most make or break team in that division being the Miami Dolphins, where they are either going to be on the cusp of a playoff appearance and coming in second place, or they're coming in dead last. Because that defensive backfield in Miami is one of the worst I've ever seen. I would not even test you all to try and name one of their defensive backs currently, or one of their corners. They were at least
Fuller.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's still there.
Like, that's what they're working with there, and they are fully make or break by Tua. And I can't trust him to stay healthy. I can't trust him to make the right decisions for his health in those cases too. And we don't even know what's going on with Tyreek Hill. Has not been seen the entire preseason or training camp, has not been practicing, and that is a key piece there. And add on top of that, you want to say, well, they have Devin Achane. They got the running back. They got the speed guy right there. He's got a soft tissue injury in his leg. I don't trust that. I do not trust that whatsoever either for him to stay healthy. I love their rookie, Ollie Gordon, but that's not going to be enough for this team. So Miami is super make or break. Jets, honestly, Luis, make or break too. Like, I don't see them being bad. I see them being better than 5-12 last year. I like Aaron Glenn as a coach. I've been rooting for him to get a head coaching job. I'm glad he's there with them, and I think that he can get the most out of that defense, hopefully. It's going to fully depend on Justin Fields. And I think that I still agree with my point, and our YouTube fans choose carefully, that Fields has the freedom to really, potentially get the most that he's had in his career and have that kind of breakout season. I just don't trust him to make the right football decisions all the time. I think he's going to be perfect for Jets football. I think he's going to be fun. I think he's going to put up fantasy points. I think he's going to single-handedly lose some games too. And if he doesn't stay healthy, I don't want to watch Tyrod Taylor. Just throw that team away. I've loved Tyrod years back. Don't need him right now. Patriots, they will be the most improved team in the league this year. They're not going to make the playoffs, but they are going to be dramatically improved under Vrabel. I love him for that culture. I love him for that team. I loved him when he was in Tennessee, even with his bad season, which I did not blame on him. I blamed that on their GM at the time, John Robinson, and not doing enough for them. This year, that team has a slight improvement in talent. I think he'll get the most out of the defense. I like Stephon Diggs as a, kind of veteran receiver to help out Drake May. Just hopefully he doesn't go full diva for him. And that said, Drake May's freaking awesome. Drake May's awesome. Travion Henderson is awesome. As we're going through all these second-year quarterbacks, Zoo and I are watching them carefully because somebody needs to fall off. Somebody needs to sacrifice themselves for our boy Jaden. And Zoo, I don't know if you think that's going to be Drake May, but what do you see in this division?
Yeah, so out of this division, thankfully we don't have any Jets fans in this network because I don't know what to think of them. It's just one of those like
all retired. Yeah.
Just prove it. Like, show me that you're actually worth paying attention to. That isn't just, player-ridden, stories. It would be great if they did, but, like, show me that Justin Fields isn't just a tall black Zach Wilson. Like, I need to see some production come out of there. Show me that Garrett Wilson connection again. They just, it's up to that coaching staff to just prove that they can make something out of that. The Dolphins, I feel like, are going to have a fall off. They just can't stay consistent. They can't stay healthy. Yes, their head coach is really smart, but like they are just not putting the pieces together, and I don't think that locker room is on the same page. I am very excited for the Patriots, and they are going to be the second wild card pick that I make. But the Bills are just really, really, really on top of it right now, and are going to be taking the division once more.
Okay. All right. So you like the Patriots even more than I do. Sounds okay. Cool. Luis, the retired, casually optimistic Jets fan, is he back?
I need a second to be able to. I'm still here, but I need a second to prepare myself for my hot Jets take. All right.
It's like the podcast version of putting the bag over your head.
FRET, fret.
Because I thought I felt a certain type of way when I was getting ready to talk about the Jets, but then you said some things, Reid, and then Zoo said some things, and then that got me kind of hyped up, And I was like, I know I said that this is like the fucking worst for a Jets fan. I know I said that I wasn't gonna partake or wear their shit anymore.
Oh shit!
Until fucking Woody Johnson sold the motherfucking team. But I don't know. There's something about fucking the fall. There's something about, football season starting. And it's just fucking time. I'm motherfucking back.
Whoa.
We're fucking back. The Jets are back, baby. It's overly optimistic Jets fan. Once again, we're riding or dying green JTS. Jets, yes. We got rid of that cancer, Malachi Corley. Our third-round draft pick from last year. We cut a third-round draft pick. So, that was the problem. Aaron Glenn, cool, excellent. Sauce Gardner, MAGA, who cares? We gave Garrett Wilson his money. Woody Johnson's still the owner. It's a fucking piece of shit. But, we're a poverty team. We passed on a trade because one of the owner's son allegedly didn't like the players' Madden rating. But Justin Fields just wins games. He won with the Steelers. Justin Fields will have a better record with the Steelers than Aaron Rodgers will. Burrito bet anybody that wants to take that. And Justin Fields can run the ball, and it brings something to the Jets offense that they haven't had in a while. Breece Hall is going to be on a contract year. Garrett Wilson got his money. The defense took a step back, but they can also take a step forward. They made some trades. New regime. Who this? It's the fucking JTS Jets. All the way to second place in the division and the final wild card spot. That's right. New York Jets are going to make the playoffs.
Ooh, Luis is not going to fret.
I was going to say, yeah. He didn't. Do we have somebody who might want to take that burrito bet?
See, I missed a good portion of that, so I don't know what the bet is, but I'll take it. I'll follow Luis blindly.
Are the Jets going to be the wild card in the AFC?
Oh, no, the burrito bet was that Justin Fields the record with the Steelers will be better than Aaron Rodgers' record will be with the Steelers.
Ooh, I like it. I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But I am picking the Jets to get the final wild card spot and come in second in the AFC East. The Buffalo Bills are obviously clearly the class of the division, and the Dolphins and Patriots, I could give a fuck what order you put them in, but they're third and fourth respectively.
Scott, you're looking a little extra pale there.
I know. It's because I'm getting washed out because it's so bright in this apartment than it was in the other one.
It's bright. He's wearing a light gray color tonight.
I know. I'm not wearing my black hoodie. No, nothing.
New season, new Scott. Scott, who do you have winning the AFC East here?
Oh, Bills. There's no commentary needed.
Okay,
It's
easy. All right, there
That's
you
just
go.
silly. That's just silly.
All right, real quick, AFC North
AFC North, Ravens.
and South.
Bengals defense is trash. South, I'm going to give me Texans on a bounce back year.
Okay.
All relatively on the same page there.
Yeah, all caught up.
Yeah, I'm kind of in between them and the Jags, but Liam Cohen's Duval just gives me the ick, so I can't give it to them.
Duval.
Well, good.
I took the Jags.
Yeah, he did take the Jags. He took Duval.
Yeah, I mean, it's close. I mean, it's definitely not going to be the Colts. They have too many problems there. And then the Titans, I mean, I'd be very interested to see if Cam Ward's going to be like a Jaden Daniels-esque rookie year. Because there's always one that does. Like, you saw CJ Stroud 2 years ago. You saw Jaden Daniels last year. So I wouldn't be totally surprised if Cam Ward comes out guns a-blazing, especially in the cupcake AFC South. But you just kind of have to hedge your bets on the favorite with the Texans.
I've been on the kind of the I was on the Cam Ward, we have to say Cameron now, Scott. It's Cameron Ward.
That's what cancels me.
His mama named him Cameron. That's what gets
me.
Let's see if we all stay on the same page here in the last division in the AFC, and it's always a competitive one, always a fun one. The AFC West. Last year, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs, they finished first place in that division, made it all the way to the Super Bowl, thankfully lost. Chiefs finished 15-2. The Chargers and the Broncos also made it to the playoffs in the wild card spots. Chargers finished 11-6. Broncos finished 10-7 last year. And then there was the Raiders, who were not for real last year at 4-13. I'm going to continue to say that they're not for real, but it brings on it's a tough thing here for me and Scott here, because we're constant, like especially Scott's always saying they're not for real, but now Geno Smith is there, and we're not supposed to write off the Hall of Fame Geno Smith. The Hall of Famer Geno Smith. So I don't know what we do this year. We're gonna have to. We can't root for an injury because he's indestructible. He's invincible. So like something's got to give. We're talking about immovable forces meeting a hard place. So that's where we're going to be at. I do not have the Chargers making the playoffs again this year. I like the team enough, but there's just something not consistent enough on offense there with the passing game. I like Ladd McConkey. I like Najee Harris and Omarion Hampton for that run game and to be in the Greg Roman run offense there. But there's something missing with that team. Still things missing on defense. I can't trust them, but the Denver Broncos made enough improvements all over. And I've really fallen for that team and what Sean Payton's doing there. I do have the Broncos making the playoffs and being a very tough wild card team in the AFC. But until I'm shown it now, I've learned to stop. Like, I'm just not gonna doubt these motherfuckers anymore until they fall. And I gotta say the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna win the division because they're the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm with you there. The Chiefs just seem like a safe bet, and it's just until they start falling off, like you just gotta leave them there. I do agree, and I will just straight up state that the Broncos are going to be my third wild card team.
Okay.
They're what's the word I'm looking for? Their stock is going up in the right direction. They have a great head coach. You know that you have something in your quarterback now. So things are looking good for them. In terms of the Chargers, it's kind of the same opinion I had with the Jets, but like I guess to a higher standard, where it's like we know what Justin Herbert is, we know that they have weapons, we know what Harbaugh is capable of, but at the same time, it's like, just show me though. Like this whole tinkering, maybe being in the playoffs, maybe not. Like you have the weapons, you have the coaching staff, you have the quarterback. Like why are we still stalling out like middle of the pack over here? So it's like I'm not really going to give you too much credit until you give me a reason to. And Raiders is kind of in the same thing where they're doing this reset. They have a new coaching staff. I don't think all of their pieces are really there together yet. and this is going to be one of those. They'll have flashes and surprise you here and there, but overall, it's just going to be bottom of the barrel trying to get a high draft pick at the end of the year.
All right. So, AFC West, man. Look, I think the main story in the AFC West is how much it's going to be elevated, because the first thing, I can't wait for the segment.
About the wedding. 10
a.m. fucking Sunday morning. I can't fucking wait for that. Will she be in the stadium, San Diego, at 12:52? And I want to get the report that says she was just spotted walking into the stadium for the Chiefs-Chargers game. And the league is in there going, Monday, 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 morning. And it's one more year of love story.
I hate it.
Chiefs are not going to win the division. The Denver Broncos are.
Hey,
it's going to be. I don't know, man. I don't think Mahomes can do it on his own. Mahomes has 3 fucking rings, man. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got 3 fucking rings. I know he wants to be fucking Brady, but he's got like 5 times more money than Brady ever had already. You know, and he's got a MAGA wife at home. I mean, that shit can't be fun. So I mean, at some point, I think he's just like going to work. I don't think Patrick Mahomes wins another championship in his career.
Wow, that's a big take. That's a big take.
Hot take.
Yeah.
So I think the Kansas City Chiefs decline begins this year, and Denver is poised to take over. I think Kansas City is going to be battling the New York Jets for a final play-in spot maybe this year. But the Chiefs will be the highest rated team in the NFL because reasons.
Yeah, I mean, the ratings for Chiefs games are going to be anything but mid. But, I mean, when you talk about the mid family themselves of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, I mean, you talk about rings. I guess the only ring that really matters in the Kansas City Chiefs locker room is the one that's on Taylor Swift's finger. And I guarantee you, within 5 seconds of her face being posted on that TV, they're going to zoom in right to her rock on her hand.
Yep.
And you know what? And everyone was saying like, oh, he's going to propose like after the Super Bowl. They're winning, got the confetti coming down and blah, 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 blah. Thankfully that we didn't get that. You know what? And they did it early because they're not going to do it again this year either. And I'm actually rolling with Luis and taking saying it now, Coach of the Year, Sean Payton's Denver Broncos to win the AFC West.
Man, I'm surprised you didn't go back in on the Chargers bandwagon.
No, the Chargers have burnt me one too many times. I will never put my name attached to Raiders' success, even though I love Hall of Famer Geno Smith, not future Hall of Famer. He is a current Hall of Famer, according to me. And then like the Broncos, they just keep adding pieces. Really dark horse candidate for Rookie of the Year for offense. It's going to be RJ Harvey out of Denver for the Denver Broncos. He's going to be very scary this year, in my opinion. And then, the Chiefs, you've been seeing it for the last couple of years. They're kind of teetering on that line of the decline. I think this is where you really see kind of a steeper dip than normal. And the Chargers are going to be mid. They're going to be like third. They'll have like a mid-round pick. They'll get like a guard, and they'll just keep redoing the same thing.
Okay.
So, Scott, you know what's going to be more exciting than that wedding?
Not watching it.
When it's going to have its theatric release. And everyone's going to go pay money to go watch it in the theaters.
You get Taylor's version.
That is like, it could potentially be like, you think we could get like royal wedding status? Like they'll have like a televised wedding?
Absolutely. I think that there should be an entrepreneurial, like sound engineer at the stadium, maybe play some like wedding music for when the Chiefs step on the field. Just try to get into their head like that, you know?
Oh my God. What if that's the halftime show? What if it's going to be their wedding? Like
they do the wedding at the halftime show.
The man's planning a fantasy wedding, and I don't think he's going to be thinking about being a tight end this year.
I do love that. That was a great point already, that they're going to show her on TV, and you're going to have Jim Nance and Tony Romo trying to they're going to
narrate it.
They're going to zoom in on like the ring, and you're just going to hear Romo.
This is huge, Jim.
Like they're going to be all about it. It's going to be great.
This ain't your grandma's Tony Romo and Jessica Simpson.
Ooh.
So we have the AFC all knocked out. We got our wild card teams all picked out in there. We will get to who the the future AFC champion is going to be in a little bit, but we move now to the NFC, and we're going to start right from the north again. And I don't think it's going to feel as easy. I don't think we're all going to be on the same page as much as we were in the AFC here. NFC North last year, the Detroit Lions won the division narrowly, won it narrowly on the final game of the year. They finished 15-2. Minnesota Vikings, I think, shocked everybody with their record, finishing 14-3, second place. They made it to the playoffs as well. Packers also made it to the playoffs on the verge of Toyotathon, and Jordan Love's just, proficiency to excel there. They finished 11-6, the Packers did. And then the Chicago Bears were in fourth place at 5-12. So this year, I think NFC North is going to be the best division in football. I think every team in this division is going to finish above 8 wins, around 8 wins or above. I really do. I think the Bears are going to be dramatically improved. I don't know if we're laughing at the Bears or if we're laughing at the giggle in the background. I do. I'm a Bears hater, but I think that this is going to be an improved team. I've bought in on the Ben Johnson hype and being able to get some improvement out of Caleb Williams and seeing a dramatic improvement. I don't think that the Bears are making the playoffs, but I do think that they finish around that kind of 8-9, something, record there. I don't have the Vikings making the playoffs this year. I think they'll still be competitive. I think there's going to be a little bit of a regression. I don't like the Justin Jefferson injury, and I don't like any of the rest of the receiving core there, even if they're going after this rumored trade for Adam Thielen to bring him back to Minnesota. I don't think that's going to do much for them in that regard.
It's like Food Line calling me back for one last ride, man.
Exactly.
It's not going to make it a difference.
No,
it's going to sell some tickets.
We did that before. We lost.
Right.
And they're rolling with, Aaron Jones Sr. He's Aaron Jones Sr. now at running back. He did okay. He did well last season. I don't see, a lot of excitement there for them. I think there will be a regression with the Vikings. They will miss out on the playoffs. Wild card spot, there's going to be 2 playoff teams from this division. I'm calling it right now. The Detroit Lions will be your wild card team from the NFC North because I have the Green Bay Packers winning this division. I think you're going to get a little bit of regression. I think you have to get some regression from the Detroit Lions this season. I do not like the loss of both coordinators there. I don't like the loss of a lot of the coaching staff on that team. They will still be succeeding thanks to all that talent on that team. But I think something has to give with it. I think it's going to be a little tough. I think they're going to have some bumps. I still think they're going to be a force in the playoffs and they'll get their shit together. But I think we're going to have a rough start to the season for them. And I just love what the Packers have. I love their young core. If I had to give them an equivalent to another team, like in another sport, I look at them a little bit like the OKC. I look at them a little bit like the Thunder, of this like young developed core around them. I like the receivers in there. I love that they finally took a first round receiver in Matthew Golden, and I think he's going to be great for that team and great for Jordan Love's development. And once you get into Toyotathon, man, he's going to be unstoppable. The fucker's going to go, and I think he stays healthy. I think it's going to be good. I love Josh Jacobs there. I love the O-line improvement. I love the defense already. Give me the Packers, man. I'm on Packers Kool-Aid.
My opinion is going to come from the bias of not being able to stand the Bears. So I'm really going to tell you that they're not going to make the playoffs. Something funny is going to happen, and it will be very entertaining. But the division will be led by Carson Wentz's Minnesota Vikings. There is something about the coaching staff and how O'Connell runs a team. The fact that they played as well as they did, despite McCarthy getting hurt early and Sam Darnold being a last-minute thing, and just the way that they were able to put it together. I think they have a decent O-line. I think their defense is going to be productive. and they have enough offensive weapons to make a difference. So I think that there's just going to be one of those teams that's just like steady. I think they're the most well composed out of them all. I feel like the Lions are going to be the wild card pick. Yes, I agree that it's very concerning that the coordinators aren't going to be there, but it's going to be a situation where the new coordinators that do come in have a lot of weapons to work with and a lot of good infrastructure to go out. So I think this is going to be the year where it's like, how do you mess up with these pieces before it starts to decline maybe a year or two from now?
Okay.
Wow. I do believe that this is a pick'em division to a certain degree. A lot of great teams or a lot of good teams. Do you guys happen to know that the combined record of teams that lose both of their offensive and defensive coordinator is 3-72 the following season? No, actually, no, because that's a false stat.
Oh,
so
okay.
no, because people get numbers are, but no,
Hey, this is 2025. We're not bringing truth to power. We're bringing power to truth.
No, actually, I was gonna try to use that as a stat against picking the Detroit Lions because they lost their coordinators. But I looked it up, and the numbers are 21-11 following season. So teams that lose both their offensive and defensive coordinator the following year are 21-11-1, which means it usually doesn't mean shit. And if you're a good team, you're a good team. So I really do like the Packers this year. I also really think that the Vikings can be interesting, but I'm taking the Lions to win the division.
By the way, I forgot that the Packers were my other wild card team. I just didn't have much thoughts on them.
Oh, I got you. So that means I've taken the Packers to win the division. Zoo has taken the Vikings to win the division. Luis has taken the Lions to win the division. So Scott is taking the Bears.
Not the Bears. No, the Bears will be firmly planted in fourth in that division. I'm not sold on Caleb Williams at all, if anyone knows me, and I just hate everything that has to do with. I hate everything about Chicago in its entirety. The Packers will more than likely be that wild card team in the NFC. I have them kind of at second at this point. The Vikings I do see taking a step back, especially with JJ McCarthy under the helm now. You know, maybe we do see a Carson Wentz come in there, but just like how you guys had mentioned with the AFC West, and until you're proven wrong with the Chiefs, the Lions have, had a kind of a stranglehold over the last couple of years there in the NFC North. So, give me the favorite with the Lions.
You're all cowards. You're all cowards. I'm not, because I went first. So I can't be. I like it. Fuck the Bears. NFC South. We have the... Well, look at that. We're getting to the other fandom in the room. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2024 finished on top of that division at 10-7. Lost in the wild card to some team. And
your Washington Commanders.
Mm.
The fucking Commanders! Ah!
None of the other teams in the division made the playoffs. We had the Falcons finishing at 8-9. The Carolina Panthers finished at 5-12.
Would they lose their qualification to? Their playoff qualification to?
I think that had to be the
fucking Commanders. Ah!
And the Saints finished dead last at 5-12, but they seemed worse. I don't know how they finished 5-12, but they seemed worse. It must have been that weird 40-point thing they were doing at the start of the year. But this year, I don't think that there's much change at all. I think the Panthers will be competitive. They'll be one of those dream killer teams. They're going to be fun, and that's all you can ask for on this, this rebuild road that they're on. And as long as you continue to see some improvement from Bryce Young, you can be happy in Carolina. Falcons, that's a perennial mess of a team, right? They're going to be in limbo forever. They will finish 8-9, probably again, or 9-8, and miss the playoffs. Just good enough to, get a shitty draft pick that they can take another quarterback with, and, not good enough to make the playoffs. I don't think I'm still curious what's going to happen with Kirk Cousins there, but it's the Atlanta Falcons, so I don't really care. Tampa Bay, cream of the crop in that division. I think they're going to continue to be competitive. I love the offense. I hate that they continue to change coordinators, but they've done it twice now with success. So we'll see what Todd Bowles, can get out of them. Baker Mayfield, I think, is going to have a wonderful season. Looking forward to seeing Emeka Egbuka, get whatever kind of level he's going to be there, and another 1,000-yard season from Mike Evans, of course. So give me the Bucs to win the NFC South. Zoo.
This is going to be the year that the Panthers start making their identity. I think Bryce Young is going to start getting more comfortable in his role. He has a wide receiver that hopefully he'll be able to rely on. And I think it's going to be uphill for them from here. We'll see. Aside from that, the Falcons, I don't trust them. They haven't given me a reason to trust them. They're definitely not going to be making it to the playoffs.
Frauds.
Saints, hot trash. Just spoiler, they are my pick for the worst team in the league this year. Trash. And the Buccaneers are just going to dominate. It's as simple as that.
Easy money.
You know that, I got Kyle Pitts, in the 14th round of a fantasy draft the other day.
You drafted him?
Yes. I mean,
Ew.
yes, exactly. I have no fucking clue what to do with this division, but the two things are the Saints and the Falcons are going to be trash. Michael Pahonix, I don't believe in him. And his Yankee elbow. his janky elbow. I don't know, man. Give me was it Tampa Bay and who else is in that freaking division?
It's Tampa Bay and Carolina. Everybody feels good. Everybody's got a positive voice about Carolina. Yeah.
Carolina.
Not going to be good, but we're proud of you.
They can't be worse, right? That's where I'm at with Carolina. They can't be worse.
No, and you know what? Chuba Hubbard, my fantasy grenade. He's out there.
I fell for that. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, you did fall for that. Can we talk real quick about how I dominated your draft from the 5th pick, which was insane? I told you guys I was going to fuck up everybody's team name and take Malik Neighbors at 5, and I did. I took Nico Collins, strengthened out the fucking wide receiver room. Then I sat back, waited on my QB while you guys all fought each other over like Brock Purdy. I even told Scott, I gave you a chance to take your boy. I said, you need to take your boy this round or you're going to lose him. And he takes the fucking running back from Washington instead of Emeka Egbuka.
Yeah, that was a panic pick.
I literally said to you, take him this round because I'm going to take him.
I couldn't even focus on any of the success you were having because I just kept watching Jeremiah drop in and out of the stream.
Yeah.
And an occasional shit.
I was taking 3 seconds to fucking make my picks. I was just rushing. Oh, man. That was fun. Anyway, so which is to say, man, do you guys believe in Bryce Young doing what he did at the last few games of last year? Or do you believe in Mr. fucking Cleveland himself, Scott's boy, continuing this progression? And I'm going to go on the side of the short, sort of athletic quarterback. In Carolina. I was like, because there's both very short and unathletic. I'm going to go with the Panthers to surprise. I'm going to go with these teal teams from the South to surprise the Jaguars and the Panthers because that division fucking sucks. So literally it could be anybody. So why not Carolina?
Why not us?
Why not?
Why not Carolina, Scott?
I think that's on their marketing, on their slogans for Carolina. Why not?
Why not? It's just a shrug. It's just Bryce Young going, no. David Tepper.
And it's the owner going, why?
Yeah, the owner itself I will never get behind a team with that fucking owner. I just have no faith in them. They're like you said, the Atlanta Falcons is just they need to change their logo from the Falcon to just a big question mark because I don't know. They could be good, they could be worse, but I don't have any faith in them. The now Jake Haynerless Saints, you got Spencer Rattler at the helm in New Orleans. that just clearly smells of tanking at this point for Arch Manning if he comes out for the draft this year. But of course, give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers riding on the shoulders of the future NFL MVP, Baker Mayfield.
Because Scott said so.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to know.
What more do you need?
What more do you need? You know what more we need? The NFC East.
2 more picks.
We got the NFC East here. Love it. Love it.
Why don't you start with the NFC West? Give you guys a little bit more of time for a platform for your boys.
Yeah,
Save
you know
the best
what?
for last, man.
Fuck the West. Let's go to the West. We got
It'll be easy.
last year winning the division in the NFC West, the LA Rams. They finished 10-7, lost in the divisional round to Philly. No other team in the division made the playoffs last year, but you did have the Seahawks finishing 10-7. And the Arizona Cardinals finishing 8-9, and then the San Francisco 49ers, I think, being a surprise in the league last year at 6-11, bottom of that division. Honestly, I think that you're looking at a division with not too much change here. I do think the 49ers are going to continue to kind of stay in that kind of range. I don't like a lot of what they've got, and they're already starting the year off with plenty of injuries. Brandon Ayuk is not going to be playing the first few games. There's reports that Jawan Jennings, their number 2 receiver, is probably going to miss the first 4 games. So you're going to be seeing a lot of Ricky Pearsall to start the year. I can't trust McCaffrey at this age anymore to stay fully healthy. And then you got Brian Robinson, who I like. I love him. Also weird that the Niners now have like 2 players who were shot in Brian Robinson and Ricky Pearsall. That's an interesting
Niner gang.
But I don't like the Niners. I don't like it when they get kind of desperate and Shanahan's just letting these dudes roll through their injuries and get worse and worse by the year. They're not going to be terrible, but they're not going to be playoff contenders. Seahawks, I also kind of feel a little bit of the same. I'm a little confused at what they think they are. They kind of tried to reset themselves and go into a rebuild mode, getting rid of Geno Smith and a lot of the Pete Carroll figures, and then picking up Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp, and still trying to lean in on Kenneth Walker, who may or may not stay healthy, and then you're going to get a healthy dose of Zach Charbonnet. I think the Seahawks are going to be a little too inconsistent to do anything. I'm going to tell you that the Rams are going to win this division pretty easily, but I've got the Arizona Cardinals as a wild card team in the NFC. I love what the LA Rams are. They were my Super Bowl pick last year. I still think that they had if it wasn't for the snow, could have made it to the Super Bowl last season. I think the snow and that fat motherfucker in Philly on the D-line just ended things for them single-handedly. So I like the Rams as long as Stafford can stay healthy. I don't know what's going on with him there, but I do like the addition of Devontae Adams to go with Puka Nacua and just a lot of what's going on, especially with those FSU boys on the defense. That team is dangerous. But the Arizona Cardinals made some really dramatic improvements to their defense. I love what I'm hearing about Will Johnson, how they were able to sneak him in the second round with just like some fallout there for them, and got Walter Nolan in the first round on the D-line and brought back Calais Campbell. They got Josh Sweat from Philly. I think that they're going to be a really sneaky, dream-killing team that winds up in the playoffs last year. They were already that last season where they weren't consistent. I think Jonathan Gannon, head coach there, is going to get them going. And I think Kyler Murray is going to have a bounce-back kind of season. And we're going to see what's supposed to make him a franchise quarterback. Maybe not an all-star, but a franchise quarterback. So give me the Rams to win it and the Cardinals to come out of the West there too, Zoo.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Rams taking the division. I feel like they are the only team with upside, but it all comes down to Stafford being healthy. I don't know what it looks like without him under center. But the Niners, I feel like, are just going to have somewhat of a reset year, barring the injuries and so many people leaving and trying to develop the people that they have now. The Cardinals are that other team for me where it's like, just show me. I'm tired of hearing that you're going to do better. I'm tired of hearing that Kyle Kyler Murray is all that. I'm tired of hearing that you have like a stellar defense and these receivers are so great, but they just haven't had a chance to put it together yet. Just fucking put it together. I'll have no faith in you until you give me a reason to. And the Seahawks are definitely trying to figure out their identity and what they want to do with Mike McDonald. I don't see what the vision is there, and I don't see them having a winning record this year, which sucks to say, but yeah, the Rams, just like the South, are the only ones that just kind of have a clear-cut path to winning their division.
Fair enough.
Excuse me. Matthew Stafford got paid, right?
Cha-ching.
The Giants, they were flirting with other teams. Eventually, he's just made more money where he's at. I don't think he's going to be in a hurry to get back. I think he's going to miss a lot of games. And then I think if you're banking on the Rams, you're banking on a lot of Jimmy Garoppolo. And he's a fucking decent quarterback that loves banging porn stars. And, good for him.
Who doesn't?
I thought he was a porn star getting banged.
So
Depends on the day.
So I love, and I'm in an awkward situation where I love Puka and this year, and maybe even a little Kyron Williams, but I don't really believe in the Rams because of the quarterback situation. So I like the Cardinals. I like the Cardinal to take that division, and the Niners are also a strange team. It's gonna be it's gonna be fucking white boy fall because it's gonna be Purdy, Kittle, and CMC all night long. It's the 3-headed, all white.
Four, because they got Pearsall too.
And Pearsall, and should probably shoot himself in his own foot at some point. Look, I think it's the Cardinals, and then after that, shuffle them how you want.
Okay. Scott, Mr. Ellia, if you're nasty.
Yeah, I was looking for the unmute button on my screen, and I am nasty. So thank you very much. Yeah, this division is a toss-up to me. It could literally be any of them except the Seahawks. I'm not really expecting much because they let my boy Geno Smith walk away. But I will. You know what? I'll give Luis his roses and his boy Kyler Murray. Give me the Arizona Cardinals.
Wow.
I'm hoping Trey McBride can score more than just like 1 or 2 touchdowns and not wait until week 14 like he did last year. And the Rams, their defense is potent to say the least. It's very impressive what they're doing there in Los Angeles. But I think Kyler's going to be that that kid at the cookout running around, and nobody can quite catch him. So give me Arizona.
I always love thinking of Kyler Murray and the toddlers.
Anytime you can follow like step for step the Jets quarterback progression and go from Geno Smith to Sam Darnold, it's going to be a bad time for you. Because that means we got fucking Joe Flacco and fucking Zach Wilson coming at you next. So Seattle, I love you. And you're depressing rock music, but it's not gonna be good for you this year, Sam Darnold. I mean, he sees Ghost in New York. Imagine seeing Ghost in the rain.
That's where you see vampires. He's in Washington.
And also, I got Kyler Murray in the 9th round because I didn't panic and I didn't draft a quarterback early because I was gonna get Joe Burrow, but they got taken ahead of me. So then I just said I'm waiting till the end.
You could have gotten the other Joe there in the AFC North. You got Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
I almost won the championship last year with Joe Flacco.
That would be disgusting.
Joe Flacco could get Cleveland off to a sneaky like.
I forgot he played a whole season last year.
He got in there.
Gross.
Got that ass. All right. Well, look, guys, we got our divisions. We spoiled it for the audience. Divisions are picked. So,
whoa.
Yeah, well,
not all the divisions.
Oh, no, we didn't. Oh, my God.
Not all the divisions.
Wow.
Because you know who's in there. Look at those boys.
This is there. An audio medium. Reid.
NFC East. I know it's an audio medium.
Look at it, audio people. Look at it.
Look at it. Look at my shirt, audio people.
For the folks who don't have YouTube.
They need to get it. Unless they have Fox, apparently. Then that's a carriage dispute. We'll get into that more, I guess.
Hey, Disney's buying out everybody. Can you just sell this platform to Disney?
I think we were bought by Disney recently.
Oh shit.
I don't know where we're at. But I know where we are in the picks. We had the NFC East. How could we forget? You saved the best for last. The NFC East last season was a fun one because the Eagles won the division at 14-3, and they won the Super Bowl. But coming in second place, Scott Elliott's Washington Commanders. He was the only one who picked them to win the division last year. They finished 12-5 and lost in the NFC Championship game to Philly. Dallas, New York, they did not make the playoffs last year. The Cowboys finished 7-10. Giants finished 3-14. So we'll go through our picks here, and the Giants are contending for me as one of the worst teams in the league. I think that they're going to be a bit of a mess. I think that there's going to be some desperation. I think you're going to see a little bit of all three of their quarterbacks between Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and Jackson Dart, and that's when you know things are going rough, when you're just rotating through them. And they got rid of their little magic stone there, and Tommy DeVito cut him today. So Tommy Cutlets is gone.
Tommy
2 touches is gone. Dallas, I actually have as a sneaky contender for the playoffs. I just don't trust Brian Schottenheimer as their head coach, as somebody who's been in the league for decades and could not get a head coaching interview, let alone a head coaching job. And he just happened to wind up with the job there in Dallas because he was there. But I do like that they added Matt Eberflus as their defensive coordinator. Bad head coach, but a great defensive coordinator. Loved him in Indy. I think he will get some improvement out of that team. I don't like their run game. I don't trust Javonte Williams to be their lead back there. But should be some fun if Dak Prescott can stay healthy and, throw into CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens now and a freshly paid Jake Ferguson. And I do also fully believe that the Micah Parsons stuff is going to get resolved. I think they can say it's messy right now. It's messy. They're calling for a divorce, but I'm watching this Cowboys documentary. It's just what they do. Jerry loves this shit. Jerry loves it.
Brother, this guy stinks!
So they'll get him paid, but I think they are going to narrowly miss out on a playoff run based off of some coaching decisions that kind of fuck it up for them.
Wasn't Dak's contract literally like an hour before the first game?
It was. And you've had messy moments before with like Des Bryant making a huge mess to get his big payday. You've had, of course, Dak, Zeke. Emmitt Smith is the most famous one over the decades to hold out 3 games and finally get his pay. So, that's just what Jerry likes to do. With the final 2 spots here, I have Philly and Washington both making the playoffs this year, but I've got Philly as the wild card team because
the fucking Commanders
are going to win the division. I'm going with them this year. I can't let Scott take the credit this year, and maybe it'll be a curse. I don't know. But I do really, really like what Washington has, consistency-wise, especially now that they've gotten Terry McLaurin locked down. I hope Marshawn Lattimore at corner can stay healthy and be what we need of him, Trey Amos, the rookie, and Mike Sanderstrill being put in the slot, his natural position, to create a really fun defensive backfield and getting, some help from Von Miller, at the very least, even as a mentor role to these young pass rushers and a young D-line. And I like the confidence that Adam Peters has in Javon Kinlaw on the D-line to pair him up with Daron Payne. So we'll see there. And I like a very, very improved O-line. Hoping Sam Cosmi at guard can come back, near the end of the season. I still don't trust too much of the receiving core after Terry, but at least Debo was looking fun for that one possession in preseason. Hoping to continue to see some rise from Jaden Daniels and continuing to see the mental part of the game staying clear and staying strong and not, regressing into some mistakes. If that can happen, I think that this team can not easily win the division, but fight for it and put up a fight against a Philly team that I still like, but I think is due for some post-Super Bowl regression. I don't see another 2,000-yard season out of Saquon Barkley. In fact, I see, some stagnant bits to him from all that rushing last year and such a long season. And just the loss of Kellen Moore at OC. It's the same thing as Tampa Bay, just continuing to lose coordinators. It's a great thing to, show for what your team does, but it just sucks for Jalen Hurts because it keeps happening over and over. I think you get a little regression, just enough for Washington to take this division, Zoo.
Yeah, I think Cowboys are in the same situation as Gerard Mayo's Patriots, where he's just kind of like the scapegoat that they elevated within the organization to really make way for Deion Sanders to be the head coach next year. Just gonna throw that out there. For the Giants, I feel like the defense is really going to save their asses a lot. They're going to be held in a lot of games, but they're going to get eliminated early, and that's going to be when Jackson Dart really comes out. I'm also staying with my stance that Jameis Winston gets traded due to some other team having a crazy injury for quarterback. So Jameis Winston mid-season trade. Defense is going to be good. Jackson Dart is going to get his time, but that's just going to pave the way for next year. It has been since 2004 that the NFC East has had back-to-back division winners. And I think that streak is finally going to end this year. I think that the Eagles are in a situation where, yes, they might digress a little bit, not having Kellen Moore. And things might get shaky on that offense a bit. Still developing their defense, and I have a lot of faith in Vic Fangio. Unfortunately, I hate that he's still there. But that offense is going to fall off, but they still have a good momentum from their Super Bowl. They still have a great offensive line, a great running back room, a average quarterback, and 2 baller receivers. So they are going to play well. They are going to win that division, but I don't see them going too far in the playoffs after that. And the Commanders will be my last pick for a wild card.
Commanders. The fuck are have you guys not gotten the memo that you guys want a stadium, you got to go back to using your old name? Have you not? I mean, that's the thing, right? That's
we don't have any say in that.
That's what the fans are clamoring.
Have you tried?
For. The fans are clamoring for. This is what I heard through the grapevine. Listen, number one, Philadelphians are not meant to be winners. Philadelphians are meant to win once in a while and then go back to being miserable. So there's no chance in hell that the Eagles are repeating. Okay? Just not happening. That Philadelphia doesn't need that. The Phillies are good. You don't need the Eagles to be good as well and all this shenanigans. But that doesn't mean they won't make the playoffs, but they will have a little regression. So I do think that this is Dallas's. I'm sorry, I couldn't even say it. I tried to say it. I tried to get it out as a joke, but I couldn't do it. No. I think this is Washington here to take the division, and I think Philly gets a wild card. But I think the Giants will be feisty. So there could be a surprise second wild card from here, and a second wild card from the NFC North probably would be the most likely outcome. But the Cowboys will suck and be good for fantasy.
That's all we want.
Yeah, the Cowboys I have fourth in the division this year. Like they'll be good for fantasy, but as far as translating into wins, I don't see it very much. I think the Giants are going to surprise a lot of people. I have them at like the 8-9, 7-10 kind of range. I think they're going to get a little bit more wins than people are expecting. Fuck the Eagles. I'm not giving them anything because they're the Eagles, so I have them at second. So congrats, you got second in the NFC East, and give me the Washington Commanders again this year to win the NFC East.
It is a safe pick in this podcast.
It is. It's never going to be. Nobody's ever going to be angry at you for that. You'll always be okay. Okay. Well, now we have picked all the divisions. We have our division winners. We have, pretty much a whole slew of wild card picks here. We will get to our Super Bowl picks in a second, but I do want to give you a bonus shot here very briefly. Who you think the worst team in the NFL is going to be this year?
Browns.
I think Zoo and I are both on the Saints.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saints.
All right, perfect. And then Scott is on the Browns. You think the Browns? Okay. And
Yeah.
Luis, the Jets?
They're just like the Giants. The defense is going to save the Browns.
Give me the Dolphins.
That's a good pick. Okay. So we're all safe, and our terrible
Dolphins get Arch Manning.
Our top 3 picks in the draft next year will be the Saints, Browns, and Dolphins in some order. And that feels pretty safe. Now, in terms of any awards, we did pretty good predicting some awards last year between Scott and I. Are there any particular, we can go over quickly, any awards that you guys see, that you would like to make an early bet on right now with whoever our future betting sponsor is? Zoo, do you have anything for MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookies of the Year, Coach of the Year, or Comeback Player?
No real thoughts. I'm just going to throw a random guess of a running back being the Rookie of the Year.
I like it.
Ooh.
I like it. Bill Krosky Merritt from
Marion
Washington.
Austin Jeffrey.
I like Washington's one for that. Luis, do you have any quick award predictions?
I don't know. Ben Johnson wins Coach of the Year. Takes the fucking Bears to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. That's what we're talking about. Still fuck the Bears.
Dan Quinn.
Jordan Love MVP.
Scott, I think you were on the Jordan Love MVP train last year. What do you have
Last
this
year
year?
I was. Regular season MVP is going to be Baker Mayfield. The future Super Bowl winning Baker Mayfield. Nah, he's not going to win the Super Bowl this year. He could. Who knows? Well, give me MVP. Offensive Player of the Year, give me Lamar Jackson. You're going to have quarterbacks going back-to-back on that. And then I'll even go deeper with that. Give me Micah Parsons for Defensive Player of the Year. And then also his rookie alma mater mate, Abdul Carter there at the Giants. Give me Defensive Rookie of the Year with him. Cam Ward. I feel he's probably one of the more heavier betting favorites for Offensive Rookie of the Year because there's really no other option there in Tennessee. They got to go through him. I already gave you my Coach of the Year prediction with Sean Payton there in the Denver Broncos. Comeback Player of the Year, that's kind of an interesting one because, you could see CMC, you could see Aiden Hutchinson up there. JJ McCarthy, I don't think JJ McCarthy even warrants a Comeback Player of the Year. He didn't play last year.
So he came back. Good job.
Right. But if Luis's prediction of the Jacksonville Jaguars pans out, I could see Trevor Lawrence maybe. Maybe he has a betting favorite there. But I think Comeback Player of the Year would probably go to Aiden Hutchinson there in Detroit.
I like that.
And yeah.
Give me Maga Sauce for Defensive Player of the Year.
Shout out Maga Sauce. I got Joe Burrow for MVP because I've got him taking I got the Bengals making the playoffs, and the only way they do that is through a Joe Burrow MVP level performance, as we've seen. I also have
him running back 30 yards again.
That would be not ideal for my predictions, but I've got Lamar Jackson winning Offensive Player of the Year. I'm playing it safe with TJ Watt at Defensive Player of the Year. I think the defense is going to be part of that team. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I'm with Scott. I got Cam Ward. And Defensive Player of the Year, I have Will Johnson, corner from the Arizona Cardinals. I've just been hearing just how much he's been excelling with that team. Coach of the Year, going with Dan Quinn, our hero, our savior, our general.
Wow, surprise, surprise.
It's going to be a tie, actually, because people are going to be like, yo, Cliff Kingsbury is this good. We're going to give him Coach of the Year. Fuck Assistant of the Year. We're going to throw him up there. Just so he walks
Listen,
up
he's
on
gonna
stage with
he's gonna
Quinn.
coach himself and do another head coaching job somewhere after this year.
And you know what? He'll be back
After he stops getting paid by the Cardinals.
and he'll be back in 2 years, and he'll be back forever, just like Josh McDaniels with the Patriots. And then Aiden Hutchinson, I also have for comeback player of the year as well. That feels pretty safe, should he stay healthy. So now our almost creme de la creme of the picks here. We have our Super Bowl predictions. So we've got you got your wild card picks, you've got your division winners. You can just skip through. We don't need to know how it plays out, but who are you guys going to have winning the Super Bowl? For me, I am almost halfway with my pick from last year, where I think I had the Rams beating the Ravens to win the Super Bowl last year. This year, I've got Baltimore making it again, and I have the Baltimore Ravens beating the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl this year. That's right. I have the Packers winning their division, but the Lions will get focused and they will get shit right in the playoffs and get hot at the right time, but they're going to come up short to what I think is I think is a ways up the best team in the NFL in Baltimore. Just on paper and coaching, everything. I think this is the year they finally put it together, and Lamar gets that ring. Zoo?
I struggle to come up with two teams to play in the Super Bowl, so I'm going to go with the two teams that America wanted to win their respective conference championships last year. We're going to take the Bills and the Commanders to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
With the Bills being more likely to take it.
Okay. All right. Luis?
All right. I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions at plus 1,000 to make the Super Bowl. I like. And the Baltimore Ravens at plus 700 to get there. So I like Detroit, Baltimore this year, and I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Baltimore.
Nothing but grit.
Detroit Mega Bowl.
And then
Real lunch pail team.
the person who spoils this thing because he studies the Super Bowl logo so hard and so well that the NFL had to try and get tricky and put colors all over the place this year, but he still was dissecting it and gave an early pick back in like February. Scott, what is your Super Bowl pick this year?
I don't even remember what my pick was.
I think it was
back in February. You got the sound clip on that?
I think it was Baltimore and Detroit.
Oh, that sounds about right. And you know what? I would be okay with rolling with that, but I'm not going to make a last second pivot. I will be still riding with the Ravens to go to the Super Bowl, which will kind of, ease the wounds of Lamar Jackson not getting the regular season MVP because he's going to be getting the Super Bowl MVP because the Ravens are going to win it to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Because will I be upset that my team doesn't win? Of course, but out of all the teams in the AFC, that would be one of the only quarterbacks and franchise that I'd be okay with losing to.
Okay. Because Scott said so. So we got 2 for Baltimore, 1 for Buffalo, and 1 for Detroit. Should be a fun year. It's going to wind up being the Chiefs. So it'll be
and I won't watch it again.
Because you have to have the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce wedding at halftime. That's what.
Listen, even if the Chiefs don't go, Taylor Swift's going to be out there for the halftime show, and we're all going to have to deal with it because what would get ratings just absolutely just through the roof for an NFL halftime show than Taylor Swift at this point in San Francisco?
But the halftime performers don't get paid, right? Like,
no, and I think that was one of her demands. Was like,
yeah,
she wanted to get paid. Which is
Speaking of
crazy.
Listen, if anything that I know in this world, the world revolves around Taylor Swift, and they'll figure a way out to get her on that fucking stage. I'm gonna throw my phone through the TV.
Well, don't throw.
Which of us is most overly optimistic about our team's chances?
Me.
Probably me. I don't know. You put the hat back on, and you were already like we bullied you into being a Jets fan again.
I gotta throw my hat against. Honestly, I don't know. I considered becoming a Chargers fan because I don't understand why a lot of the San Diego people stop being Charger fans when they move like an hour and a half away. Like I root for the Jets and they play in New Jersey, so I don't, So, but no, I gotta. As much as I hate the way that's run like a poverty franchise, I gotta roll with them,
And they're bringing their jerseys back.
Before Josh Harris bought the Commanders, before everything went down with Snyder, I got this close to becoming a Chargers fan simply because of their uniforms. I love
because your mom was a Chiefs fan.
Yeah, that too. And I'm glad I didn't now because I just saw the breaking news alert that the Chargers have released Taylor Heineke. So yeah, you deserve stick.
Who that you have seen get released? Do you hope your team picks up?
Honestly, now Heineke, I would like him as a third string quarterback just for the fun, just for the hell of it.
Be worse than Josh Johnson and Sam Hartman.
For the memes.
Yeah, I'm down with that. We'll see how it goes, and everybody's going to know by this point. And so, folks, we have our Super Bowl picks, we have our division picks, but it's not over. That's right. The Gallant Show isn't quite over because we brought something back this season. We didn't do it last year, but we did do it the year before. And this year, it's even more concise. There's even more to choose from. There's even more hell for us to endure. That's right. The Bucket of Teams is back.
Oh, no, I forgot.
It's back for the Gallant Show. Yeah, that's right. Get some music on you for it that you got to get groovy to. Because what's going to happen is we're going to pick a team from this bucket, and I'm not going to be looking. I'm going to be looking straight at the camera as I rummage through and get you that ASMR sound of rummaging. And we're going to pick one of these little cuties. One of the little cuties out of here and everything that represents the team that you're going to be rooting for. Zoo, Luis, and Scott will have to root for this team for the year to at least be 500 or better. But we can't really do 500 anymore in the NFL. So you're just rooting for a winning season or a tie somewhere at some random point.
Can you take out all the Cowboys players from there, please?
There's only one Cowboys player. In fact, there's only 24 teams. There's only 24 teams in here. Washington is not included this year. So what's going to happen is I will pick a team for you, and I'll give you a chance. You either keep them, or I put them back and rummage again, and then that second one will be your final choice. And you need them to have a winning record, because if they have a losing season, everybody that has a team with a losing season will have to fulfill the punishment, which is doing a live stream from a Waffle House. We're going to be doing a live stream show from a Waffle House or whatever your equivalent is over there, Luis. I don't know if you all have...
Denny's is an equivalent.
Whatever your scummiest breakfast
I'll ask
joint
ChatGPT.
is. Yeah, whatever the scummiest breakfast joint is out there. Do 12 hours from there or eat 12 waffles. Whatever comes first, and you're just going to be doing sports talk as you're going through it. And you eat a waffle, that takes off an hour, and I've learned that shit is tough. Those waffles are tough. And if you throw up, that doesn't count, man. You still get your hours, but you got to get through those waffles. So just hope for a winning team. All right, hope for a winning team, and that's what we'll do. So does anybody want
an hour a day? I'm not sitting in one Waffle House for 12 hours.
You can do a sports show for an hour a day from the Waffle House. Hopefully, we could all get there and we just go to the Waffle House together for 12 hours.
Hey, according to Reddit, Luis, one commenter described this restaurant. It's 24/7. Food is just how you'd expect it to be, and you can expect a show on the weekends. Rutford's has grits, and they are decently similar to Waffle House. You can get plates very similar as well. So I don't know if you're familiar with Rutford's.
Yeah, Rutford's. Fucking JFK ate there once. It's in like central San Diego. It's a pretty good steak and eggs right there. I can do Rutford's as an equivalent to Waffle House.
Hey, and if you're still hungry, there's a Jersey Mike's right across the street. I'm looking at the map.
Meal of Kings. Nobody else could want anything more than a sub after waffles.
You make it to San Diego, I'm gonna take you to Rutford's.
Let's go. You know what? I'll tell the kids, hey, here's some money.
I don't want to go.
Don't unlock the door. I'm leaving.
Yeah, me and Zoo are going to be fine right here. A world of beer. Who wants to go first? Is there anybody that wants to get it out of the way first? Zoo actually was the Grick last year, so I think he should have first choice if he wants it, or you can declare it to somebody else.
I'll go first.
Okay. All right.
Selfish.
Just take that fucking Cowboy player out.
We might be with you.
We'll go right now.
We have the best chance of anybody to grab it right now.
All right. We're rummaging. I'm looking right at you.
Look at that 5-pointed star come out. Look at that.
Your team, should you choose this one,
Panthers.
will be the Giants.
Is it the OG Giants logo? Oh, it's the
Yeah.
Toss it.
You want to toss it?
Toss
All right.
it.
Should I toss it back in, or should I be nice and just put them off to the side?
Put him off to the side and put it back in for theirs.
Okay, that's fair. He is the Grick.
Oh.
All right, we're rummaging.
It is decided.
It is
It is decided.
Pope Zoo.
Oh,
All right. Zuhair, your team that you were rooting for to have a winning record this season.
It's the Dallas Cowboys.
It is the retired Derek Carr and the Saints.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no. Womp womp.
Let me start the show now.
Waffle Zoo.
Get a
Let me
Waffle
start
House.
the show now.
Just go ahead and get that waffle, buddy.
It's International House of Waffle.
Fuck me.
International House of Pain. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so the Saints are out of the bucket now. Luis, we'll just go down the row as we have been, and I'm gonna rummage for you. All right, maybe we'll find the Jets for you. Maybe you'll get a worse team than the Saints. Who
Can I
knows?
get a little shake? Can I get a little shake?
Yeah.
You know, there you go. Give it a little shake. There you go. That's good. Grab one right out here.
Anybody can request.
Hey,
with
Zoo,
it.
I'll meet you at the Waffle House by Military Circle.
Okay.
I'll meet you there.
All right,
We'll have plenty of a show there.
Luis, your first opportunity here. The Cincinnati Bengals.
Ooh.
Banana?
I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna fucking just say roll it. I'm rolling.
There goes Joe Burrow's ACL.
There's,
I'm rolling with that. I'm rolling with Cincinnati.
Who's the backup?
I think still.
Ooh, that's a
Jake,
good question.
is it still Jake Browning?
Hold on, I'll tell you in a second.
I think that was him.
It is Jake Browning,
Okay,
right of University of Washington.
gonna be a Jake Browning fan.
Browning.
Soon to be Jameis Winston.
All right, Bengals and Saints are off the board. Scott,
The
would
Bengals.
you like the next one, or should I take it? What do you want?
You know what? It's your show. I will go first.
Okay, all right. You want to rummage like that, or you want to? Wait,
What?
Did have to think about that. Deep in there. We're up in that bucket. All right, Scott, your first opportunity here. We have for you, potentially, to root for the San Francisco 49ers.
Get out of there. Let's roll the dice again.
We're throwing them out. All right.
Give me something different. This is going to give me the Browns. Going to be forced to root for Shador week 7.
Scott, your team for 2025 will be your New York Giants.
I'll see you on Military Highway.
God damn it.
I'll see you on Military Highway.
I hate waffles.
But you guys,
Like waffles, yeah, we like waffles.
you guys are picking them as like, you know, some potentially upset team. So this could be good. We'll see. All right. My first opportunity.
Can I make the
here.
contention really quick that you're not allowed to have the Commanders?
The Commanders aren't in here because Terry's too big and too much of a star to fit in the bucket.
Been there.
Yeah.
Terry.
Scary Terry. All right, my first opportunity here. I have the Minnesota Vikings.
No, fuck you.
Should I keep the Vikings?
No, let's recap this really quick. I have
Playoff
the
team
Giants.
last year. Playoff team.
No. Wait, who did Luis get again?
Bengals.
Luis got the Bengals.
Mm.
You know what?
We can't have more than two. We can't have more
Carson
than
Wentz's Minnesota Vikings.
Because Carson Wentz is there, and because I don't trust Justin Jefferson quite that much yet.
Racist.
It is, and because I hate black people, I'm going to throw this away.
You finally said it.
For the sake of the show, I'm going to rummage one more time. and make my pick here. All right.
All the way at the bottom. What's that one hiding there for you?
Yeah, I just found that bottom one. All right. So I'm not going to look at them yet either.
Watch him get the Chiefs now.
My team for 2025 will be
Oh, yeah, that'll be
Steelers.
interesting.
okay. I can roll the dice with Aaron Rodgers.
Welcome to hell.
I can be a Steelers fan for the year. All right.
Hey, I'm gonna give you 2 more Super Bowl picks really quick.
Ooh,
Before I
we
go
have
there.
more Super Bowl.
Every time Jeremiah starts
Yeah.
talking down on them, you're like, no, we need hope.
Hey, accidents 1 and 2. Come here.
Aha, the accidents.
Just on hope.
The accidents know. The accidents know everything.
Oracles.
All right. Hey, who's gonna win the Super Bowl? These are all the team logos. I know you don't know the names, but which team logo do you think is gonna win? One at a time. You're any day now. That team?
Serious?
Are you for real?
Wait, what team is that?
She picked the Raiders.
Daddy's team.
That's not my team. My team's that one. The other one.
Other pirate.
Oh, you can't pivot to the Buccaneers now. You already picked the Raiders.
Well, that could be the matchup. It's Raiders Bucks.
Oh, that's the matchup. Oh, we're gonna have a rematch. All right, Reagan,
Pirate.
it's gonna be
No
yours.
pirate.
Any team you want. And I know you don't see the yellow W's on here because this
Yeah, I do.
clip is a little bit. Oh, he's wearing a W shirt, but you got to pick one. Don't pick a shirt. Pick a. Hey, dummy, pick one.
She really wants to pick the W.
She likes the W. There's a feather on it.
Hey, any day now, triple thick. There's defensive. The Cardinals. Okay, you're thinking the Cardinals.
She's got the Cardinals because they're pretty.
Kennedy's adamant on switching back to the Buccaneers.
Okay, I've got her as Buccaneers over the Raiders.
All right, you got it.
You got Bucks over Raiders. There we go. That's what we
Hey,
love.
can you pull 2 more helmets out of there?
Yes.
So I can make some waffles.
Okay. All right.
All right, now I know you can't hear them, but the rule is whatever team this is, if they have a losing record, that means you don't get this. But I'll remember. But you might have to spend all day in a Waffle House if they do bad this year.
All right. Her team will be the Chiefs.
No,
She
she's not
got
doing
the-
that. Get out of here. No, no.
We're throwing it away? All right, we'll
No.
throw them away.
Yep.
We'll throw
She
them
would
away.
love to be a Chiefs fan.
No, absolutely not.
Daddy, what was it?
The Chiefs.
It's Taylor Swift's team. I don't know.
It's Taylor Swift's team.
Okay, her other team will be your second favorite team, Scott, the Chargers.
Oh, you got the Chargers. The Lightning Bolt team. This team. I think.
Bolt up, girl.
And then the other one will be
Oh, I'll send you to San Diego. Go hang out with Luis. He'll take you to get your tattoos and piercings and all sorts of stuff.
she got the Jaguars. If she
Ooh,
wants
do you want this team or do you want to do it again?
I like that team.
You want that team? You're saying okay. She's taking the jack.
I
Reagan's
love
taking the
that
bag.
confidence.
She said YOLO.
They're making a play.
That's it.
Tell her to say Duval.
Reagan, say Duval.
What?
Say it. I'll give you some candy.
Yeah! I just brushed my teeth.
Oh, well, you're not getting candy.
You gonna get it for breakfast?
They have candy for breakfast.
Yeah!
Say
Yeah,
it.
say
You say
Duval.
Duval.
Yeah, promise. Yeah, I think you promised. It's on camera. Say it.
You figure out.
I think you promised. You gotta say it. You didn't say it with enough gumption. Enough. Where's the pizzazz? Where's the showmanship? All right,
There we go.
Duval.
Yeah. Now tell them to scream it as loud as they can in class tomorrow.
I know. I've
Don't do it for the kids.
they'll be the teacher's problem.
Hey, I've loved having the teachers' problems here all night. This has been a fantastic start to the season. Thank you, Zuhair Ali. Where can the people find you, buddy?
Support a small business. Go to Upright Exposures on Instagram and just like all the posts because I need it.
There we go. Go like them up. We also thank the Big Chief Burrito himself, Luis Martinez. Luis, you're a busy man. What you got going on?
I finally got off my ass and made a movie last week.
Right.
A little short there. Once it's ready, I'll send you guys a link. So back to getting my directing gig on. 2amburrito.net for everything regarding my world. At Mi Gente Show for my podcast. I just put out an update on why I haven't podcast in a while. And I'm also taking my hand at some longer form writing, essays and whatnot. If you go ever watch on Substack, go to Substack at Big Chief Burrito. And you can read about, I haven't finished it, but I'll have it posted by the time this episode is out, how I was completely unprepared for Weed Comic-Con the other day and got higher than I have been since I was like 19. Felt like I was in a movie in 30 minutes. There was 44 booths, music, food, and somehow by the second booth that I sampled weed at, I took a giant dab and it knocked me off my ass. So, read about that other random shit that I brag about on Substack.com/@BigChiefBurrito.
There you go. Go follow him up. And our college expert, Scott Ellia, thank you for being here with with our favorite accidents. What are you looking forward to with everything coming up, Scott?
We had the week 0 games there in college football world. It was a barn burner of a game again in Ireland with Iowa State and Kansas State. Of course, Iowa State winning 24-21. But now we're getting into the week 1 games, and it's going to be a great Saturday in the college football world. Check any kind of major updates and things of that nature there on the Instagram page at 323 College Shame Day. And maybe we'll drop a podcast episode every once in a while. Your boy's busy.
We heard. Thank you for being here. And thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. We're going to have a fun season. We're going to have an exciting season. We will get our guest pickers. We've got plenty of our usual friends who will be coming back to make some guest picks, but you will also be getting your Ricks versus Gricks back. It'll be there every Friday. We'll be going through those games throughout the season. We'll see if Zoo goes for a three-peat. It's never happened in the history of Ricks versus Gricks. Zooval. ChatGPT, I'm coming. Hold on, I got it.
Better be Burgundy and Gold.
Go follow the 323 Network on YouTube. Follow the show wherever you get podcasts, Apple, Spotify, do whatever it is that you do. And, of course, follow me at 323 Reid, at 323 REID on all social media where you can see all these great things, our Top 5 Tuesdays. And we're gonna be having a lot of fun. Travis Byram will be back to talk movies and the upcoming Oscar race fairly soon. We'll be having Angela Panegua talking Love Island to give you that recap. We'll also be going down to Richmond to be talking to Delegate Josh Cole, who will be making his return to the show to, we'll talk some politics, but he really wants to talk about Marvel. And we need to get some of those updates in there. But we will be getting to the state of the world, too, because we cannot ignore our shit shows that are happening around us on a daily basis. But we will also be giving you plenty of entertainment, plenty of fun, plenty of distractions, and, of course, football. So, we are happy to have you for Season 5 of the 323. In the meantime, folks, stay safe. We'll talk to you later.
Oh.